You know? Yeah.
Black Science
Gotta
TV
roll with the
111, Osei
punches.
Kufuor. I'm back at y'all again.
Take some.
I'm coming to say to everybody who tuned in last night on the blog talk, thank you very much. And I appreciate your patience because I know that we had some agents on the phone last night, as well as, the frequencies that interrupted with the energy. As far as when me and Pharaoh was on the line, when two great minds come together like that, that's a high, enormous form of energy. So therefore, the frequency is gonna, be off. So therefore, the frequency that was off was the negative energy that was distributed by way of those who were interrupting. But it's all good. We still got to move on and do what we had to do. So big shout out to my great brother Pharaoh. I will be in Buffalo soon, and we will be doing a physical event, and that won't be stopped. Another thing as well is we have a lot of educated electricians claiming to know the different types of energy, claiming to know, you know, the metaphysical components of what energy is. Well, you have many types of energy. So when you are talking about, you know, why is he not telling the truth to the people? Look, man. Again, go and check my videos out. I do not study the systems of the European when it comes to their piece of paper and their understandings of what electricity is. Because as we can see, that you being an electric body and the foods that the same people that you're getting your education from is actually deterring the electricity in your body and causing you to come up with certain elements. So therefore, you should be the last to speak. Not saying to all people who are in that domain. What I'm saying is when you have people who don't know how to determine or distinguish what the different types of energies is, because you have different forms of energy, different shapes of energy. Energy travels at different rates, different speeds. You have different modulated frequencies that enhances the certain types of energies that we consist of. So therefore, when you are telling me that I am wrong for not giving you an educated synopsis of what electricity is, then that's on you. You know what I mean? You got your own opinion. You have a right to think the way that you think. But other than that, I mean, why not go to your page and teach? Why not set up your own platform and teach? Because people like that, again, is negative energy. So therefore, they're trying to take away from your energy so that they can get followers. And I'm not being arrogant at the moment, but it is what it is. People sometimes want to say things and do things to create a following. But at the same time, it's ways that you do things. It's ways that you do. And I'm not going to say this is the reason why we can't unite or this is why we're not changing as black people, because all of us are not, like I said, every black face is not black. So we can expect that from certain people who physically appears to be like us or look like us. We are all not the same. So an educated electrician do not make you a spiritual electrician. I am a spiritual electrician that is in tune with different energies that I see affecting the different mind states in black, so-called black communities. So you can go and talk about meters on the house and all of that stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that type of electricity. I'm not talking about the electricity that turns on your TV. I'm talking about energies that is being sent in from different platforms of the universe that is now causing a paradigm shift to link certain information and communication into the mind states of those spiritual brains that dwells within the melanated body. So I'm not talking about electricity as far as going into the European school and learning how to go to a house to turn on electricity for television and shit like that. That's small stuff. Again, I don't dwell in physical educational systems because that right there shows that you are only picking up information that is an illusion. It's not going to help you for who you really are. If you are a spiritual being or you are a soul being, then you cannot go and say that you educate. Educated information cannot feed your soul. It's only going to feed your arrogance because now you know it all because you got a piece of paper from a system set up by a face who oppressed you in the first place and still oppressing you. This is the thing. We argue about us fighting each other physically, but what about us fighting each other by way of using the systems spiritually? It's not a physical fight. It's a spiritual warfare going on, not just between the so-called black people and those who oppressed us, but is a spiritual warfare going on with us too as well. Because most of us has been bitten by the vampire, and now we have been infected by the physical systems that causes us or makes us think that we are more intelligent than that which is spiritual. You can never be intelligent than the spiritual. This is how I get you. Because I don't have to look in a book to go prove my point. Everything I say is common sense. It's self-explanatory. This is universal law. You use your common sense. We make everything complicated. And this is why we are in the predicaments that we're in. We like to connect titles to ourselves. We like to say that we are this or we are that. Everything that was created in an illusion, we like to attach ourselves to. But what about everything that's outside of the illusion? Because a reality exists. And you are connected to that reality. So why not go to spiritual universities and learn about the different energies that lies there? Because we do have spiritual universities. Study the Akashic records. It's not hard. Again, we make everything complicated because we like to set trends under an arrogant foundation because we all want followings. Again, I don't have followings. If people follow me, then it's because they are resonating with the energy that I disperse out of my mouth. I'm not out here telling people to follow me. I'm not. So, if you want to have, it's not good to have arrogance, because arrogance, what it does is it blocks you from being able to see your true destiny. And your true destiny is that which you are. It links you to the reality, which puts you in a mind state to see who and what you are dealing with in your circumference. So we're going to have to start dealing with issues by way of either keeping our mouth. If we are in opposition to something, then be in opposition to it. Create your platform and teach on your oppositional points that you have against other people. But at the same time, again, we are living in a time where, we're not, especially me, to speak for myself, I'm not paying attention to none of you out there who's in opposition, because I know I have a duty. I'm not here for you and nobody else. I'm here for me, myself, and I. The same person that looks back at me when I look into the mirror, that's who I'm here for. So the thing is, it's time to stop wasting our energy about who's right and who's wrong, because right and wrong don't exist, especially when you are not giving yourself that type of mind state, a mind state that is connected to a world that told you that right and wrong existed. Even through wrong, you can learn and grow. Sometimes you can be so right to the point where you are in a comfort zone and you can't see anything in front of you that can help you to grow. You don't want to go through anything to help you to grow. You get what I'm saying? So, this is all connected to morality. This is all connected to your subconscious, your higher self and your lower self. Because your higher self and your lower self is your biggest defense when you know how to utilize it at the right time. Everything has a season. You are the motion that creates time. Time would not exist without you because you are motion. You are existent in many forms and many places at one time, right now. Even on this earth realm, you are existent. So, it's time to give up the followings. It's not about how many followings you got. It's not about if a person is right or wrong. That's too much energy to be wasting, because it shows that you have an agenda due to something that you have lacking within yourself or within your psychology. You get what I'm saying? So, we have to be able to look at ourselves and stop worrying about other people around us. Again, I'm not here to be a leader. I'm not here for a following. I'm just here to make you think. Because sometimes, even in my spiritual growth, I've heard people say things that I was in opposition to, but I do not waste time to go and fight them on something that they may have to say to wake somebody up. Sometimes somebody can say something wrong and cause another person to go and grow to make it right. You have different levels of consciousness that exist. You have just like you have different dimensions of the earth. You have different dimensions of the third dimension. So the thing is, you can't see yourself from one perspective. You have to be able to look at the loopholes and everything, because what's wrong could be right if you look at it correctly. But if you using your physical eyes, then you will look at something wrong and not know how to make anything right out of that wrong. It's all mathematics. When you have negative energy, then this is the laws of attraction. You will attract negative energy. You get what I'm saying? So, with that much said, I love y'all. Black Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor. I'm out. Peace.